Alright, so we got another competitive breakdown here. This one is of me again, and I'm playing Seris. Now, the thing about Seris is, Seris doesn't take a whole lot of skill to play, but the skill that is required to play Seris is the ability to stay alive, have proper positioning and stuff like that. And, target prioritization. Target prioritization is a big thing on Seris. There are times I do it very well, there are times I do it not so well. This is one of those games. I put in a lot of value, I get like about 200,000 healing and some good ults, but my target prioritization is kind of lacking this game, and we're going to talk about that. Another big thing on Seris, always get Mortal Rage. I see so many Soul Collector Agony Serises. Do not ever do that. If you pick anything besides Mortal Rage, you are throwing. It is that big a deal. It is a ton of range and 1,000 extra healing that you are missing out on. Never pick any other legendary under any circumstance ever. Okay? Also, make sure you have the card at tier 4 that makes your heal cooldown into 2 seconds. If you don't have that, you're also throwing. I see a lot of Serises who run a ton of Shadow Travel cards and stuff like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I even see that in Diamond. It's depressing. Don't do that, please. If you're gonna play Seris, make sure that she's built right, okay? Okay, also, Seris is one of those people, again, fast track cauterize. Basically, when your heal is down, if you have line of sight on people, you always want to be shooting during those 2 seconds that your heal is down. Okay, so you're getting constant value. That's something I also don't exercise very well in this gameplay. Also, morale boost is a big one too. You can get that as well. Her ult is arguably the best in the game, so it is, it's important to get that one as well. I do get it after COD 3. I go to morale boost 3. Those are the 2 big items. But yeah, so now we can talk about like target prioritization and stuff. If it comes out, like I would have loved to be healing Fernando instead of Willow there, but Fernando, I don't know what he's doing. He was going off on his own to like the left, and he got knocked off, so I couldn't heal him because no line of sight. Here, I did have him. He was attacking me earlier, and I continued to go back to that spot. That's a big thing. If you're getting attacked from a vantage point, you need to move like somewhere else, like instantly. I should not have stayed there because I knew he was attacking me and I came back anyway, and then he had an impaler waiting. So again, positioning is key. If you're getting attacked from some vantage point by a dangerous character like Shaolin, and he's very dangerous, get out of there. Reposition. Anywhere is better than there. Alright, so right here I have both of my damage dealers low. I prioritize Cassie here because Cassie is a much more like in the fight, mobile, offensive character than Willow is. Her playstyle is a lot more dangerous, so Willow plays very safe, and Willow did go back and get a vantage point and like heal up and stuff like that. Another big mistake I make throughout this entire gameplay is the lack of healing Cassie. Again, Cassie is like a carry role character, and it's important to have her healed up. There, I pick to heal half health Ashe over like a low health Fernando. That's another example of bad target prioritization. Ashe was in a position where she wasn't going to be attacked, and she had enough health to deal with being attacked. Fernando was not. So here things start to slow down. I think here everyone just gets like some like little bits of damage on them, and I just sort of like clean up a few of them. So yeah, nothing really big to say there. Now the ults are coming out. I want to make sure Fernando has full health because he is behind the entire enemy. So I want to make sure he has a better chance of getting out alive. Here I should have healed him. The Cassie wasn't that low compared to Fernando. It would have been really nice to have a Fernando here because he could probably get this BK off me. Now it's just me and Ashe. Shaolin ulted. I'm trying to stay out of like, line of sight of that. I don't want to get killed by Shaolin. If I die here, we all fall apart, so I do go for an ult here. I'm going to talk about this ult when the round ends. I shadow travel there just, to get to safety, get back to my little spot here now that Shaolin is gone. That way I could safely heal up everybody so they can, clean up and push the cart. Now, to talk about that ult. Okay, so you don't, like, Seris's ult you don't want to just wait until you can get like those big alts, you know, those big 4-man, 5-man alts. Don't like wait like all game for that. You want to be like using this alt. Like even if you only get like one like good pick with the alt, that's worth it. That's worth it. There was like an alt that it had like a best and worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I get him and Genos. Worst case scenario, I just get, you know, Shaolin. And it ended up being worst case scenario, but it's like a worst case scenario that still has a lot of value. The Shaolin is a really good player, and Shaolin is a very devastating character. He deals a lot of damage. He is just a crazy character. A lot of people like undervalue Shaolin. Shaolin is crazy, easy to play, does a ton of damage. Man, so much value in that character. But yeah, so picking him off definitely still helped to assure like the point push and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Here, no reason to be healing Fernando there. A BK is coming at me with ult. I should be breaking that heal instantly and shadow traveling. And the thing with shadow travel is the way I like to use it is I like to like get in and out of it as quickly as possible, because the more time you're spending in shadow travel, that's the more time you're spending having no value to like your team or the game. Because if you're in it, you're not healing, you're not doing anything. So I like to get in and out of it as quickly as possible. Fernando kind of jumped in there on his own, so even if I healed him, it wasn't really much that was going to happen. It was like a 5v1 there. But whatever. He didn't really have time to wait, to be fair. If he waited, then, you know, Ash wouldn't have been back in time and stuff like that. And the three of us can't take the point from them, so I don't know. It probably still would have been best to just wait anyway, let them get it. When a point is lost, you got to accept it's lost. So. Let's see. Shaolin ults, I hear that. I'm gone. I'm gone. I want to get behind this rock. I want to get somewhere safe. Make sure my damages are healed up. Now here, unfortunately, I was like way out of position here. Like when I went around that rock, I probably should have moved up with my Willow and my Cassie, so I could have been in more of a position to like, you know, like heal the tanks. They do end up still living, but again, they were very low up ahead, and it was a very dangerous situation to be in without line of sight from a healer. So. Like the whole line of sight thing, it's a two-way street. Like you and the person you're healing have to like work together to get that optimum line of sight where you're not in danger, but you know they're still able to get healed and stuff like that. Like it's what I'm trying to say. It is up to both of you to make sure you have proper line of sights on each other. One can't be doing all the work. I shadow travel here because I fear Shaolin, and here is a really good ult. Because they're all here. They're like all here. Like there's no way I'm not getting multiple people here. And Loki ults as well. He gets 2 of them. Doesn't get to clean up the rest. But it doesn't really matter. We got the value out of it. We're able to get footing back on the point to block their advance when they do come here. So that was a good ult. Like see, that's the kind of ult that like everyone waits for. And it's okay. Like if you have it when that happens, that's great. If you don't, like oh well. But it's like it's still important to make sure you're not always holding on to your ult. Like that's a big mistake with any player really, is like constantly holding on to ult. You don't want to do that. Ults are super impactful. Not like Overwatch level impactful, but they're still super impactful, so they could decide a lot of fights and stuff like that. Also, if you see Cauterize on somebody and it's like this late into the game, it's best not to heal them. Save the heal for somebody else. Like I could be healing Cassie. I could be healing Cassie instead of that Ash. Cassie is still weak. I get Cassie healed up to the best of my ability. Fernando, he's low, but he's not low enough to like justify a heal. It probably would have been best to just like wait for Cassie to get low again. Because if I would have had her healed up to full, even though she was only missing like half, then she could have lived that Bomb King. And here we sort of just fall apart. They brought out some ults. They're not going to have ults for the next point, so it will be easier for us to deal with them. Like right here, we're talking about who ulted and whatnot. And I think it was like 2 or 3 at least. So we have ult advantage, I think. Yeah, we have 1, 2. Basically 2, they have 1. So, you know, we basically have 2. I'll get my ult fast enough, right? Alright. But yeah. So hopefully I'm doing this one correctly. I can't really, like, it's hard to, like, sort of explain something like how to play Seris, and how to properly, like, target people and whatnot and stuff like that. It's just, it's a thing that comes with experience. I have like 10 levels of experience on Seris, but I don't really play support as much as I once did again, so I mainly tend to focus on like damage or tank. Just because, you know, I'm scared of getting people who can't deal damage and people who can't play tank. Here, I shadow traveled to get into position for an ult. Now, while it did pay off, it is also risky to do that. Because let's say you get in there, and then that opportunity vanishes. Well, then you're in shadow travel with like no value for a while. Because you have to use it to get back out. And if it runs out, you're kind of screwed. Because then you're out in the open, in a bad position, dead. But right there, I didn't have to go too far. There's really nowhere they could go. So it was like a good time to ult. And again, that's like why I think like Seris' ult is like probably like the best in the game. Like the moments where it like works out like that are just, it's just like so good. It's so good. This Makoa is like the king of overextending this game, I've noticed. Makoa's love doing that. I should, man, I might get one of my buddy Loki's Makoa gameplays and talk about that, cause I don't know. I gotta get across to people to stop trying to one-man army with Makoa, and he doesn't do it all the time. He does it sometimes though. It's like a Makoa habit. It's a Makoa habit. I don't play Makoa in competitive, so I don't know if I have that happen or not. Yeah, but see right there, like I'm shooting in between cooldowns. I should have been doing that more this game. It's like something just to like burn into your mind. Like when those 2 seconds are counting down, be shooting at something. You're just getting all faster, you're getting more value, you're getting caught on things. It's like a waste to like buy COT 3 and never shoot anything, which is a mistake I make sometimes. Like I'm not applying COT anywhere near as much as I could be this game. We do have other great cauterizers to help fill like that like void I'm leaving, but you know, whatever. Here again, I'm healing a safe, about half health Ashe when I could be healing a half health Cassie. Cassie is out in the open taking fire. I could be healing her, saving her, but instead I decided to go for Ashe. And you know, again, target prioritization. I'm gonna say it so many times. So many times you're gonna get sick of hearing me say it, but it's important. It's incredibly important. And again, it's mainly a thing that comes with experience. You know, the more times you are exposed to like mistakes and stuff like this, the better you're gonna get with it, because the less you're gonna make those mistakes. If I played Seris like a lot more, like if I was still a support main, I would probably be really good at target prioritization. But you know, only 10 levels spread out, you know, over a ton of time. Like how long has it been since Seris was released? Quite a while. So, a couple of months, I think. Alright, so here pretty much everything's safe. My tanks are pushing from different angles, drawing aggro from different like areas. Right there again, Ashe is ulting. I want to make sure that she has enough health so that she can live if she is to get knocked out. But she doesn't get knocked out anyway, but it's just a safe thing to do, you know. I don't want to get her to full, because I would rather be healing other people who aren't damage immune, but I do want to get her to like a safe spot. Right here, I don't really need to shadow travel right here. I really didn't. It would have been best to have the cooldown for in a second here, where I get pushed in and separated from my team. It would have been very nice to have there. I was behind a thing. I had 2 teammates on like both sides of me. There was like no way I was going to die, so it was a wasted shadow travel. Again, you don't want to use shadow travel or be in it too often, but you do definitely want to have it when you need it. That's another important thing. Another thing with abilities is I'm not using Ren Soul too much because I'm not using my orbs very much also. And it's good to always have, like, you know, 4 orbs on somebody so you can get that burst heal if you need it. And I'm not really exercising that, so. Yeah, this is one of those gameplays where there's a lot of good being done, but there's also a lot of bad. I get a lot of healing, but I make some very big mistakes that are best left avoided. Here, I want to talk about this. I really do. Okay, so look at the score. We have 3 points. They have 2. If we don't put this in for whatever reason, it goes 3-3. let's say, you know, I do what I did just now and I ult, and it doesn't confirm the push, and we don't push it in. Well, now we're gonna go 3-3, and I have no ult. My ult can change around, and it's gone. That was a huge mistake. Like, it was better to play it safe there and like not use my ult, so in case it does go 3-3, I do, you know, have it for the 3-3 to like confirm the 3-3. You know, use it early, get the picks, get point control, zone them. Right? I didn't do that. I sort of just threw my ult, and it looked like it could have got a lot of people. I think it only got one. It got Shaolin, and he did die, but it wasn't enough to confirm the team fight, you know? So it was a huge, huge mistake. Like, I think the game was lost off that play, you know? So yeah. If you're in that kind of situation, and it's like it could go 3-3, it's best to just have that Seris ult, because it can be so impactful. So impactful. Especially, you know, on this map where, like, on the point, there's not really a lot of places to hide. Like, if they go left, they have places to hide. If they go right, they don't. They really don't. I can ult them easily. So, yeah, big mistake. I try to get it back, but, you know, I'm trying to heal up my tanks, trying to get it back as quickly as possible, but it's still a ways away. And fights in this game can go very, very quickly. I hear BK ulting. I'm not sure where. I attempt the shadow travel. I forget how big that stun range is, though. It's huge, so it's better to do it much more preemptively. But now I'm coming back here, and I'm kind of screwed. Like, what I should have done is I should have went behind Cassie and back back in that little, like, up the stairs. Like, I should have went up the stairs and hid there, because if I hide here, you know, Ozone can just push me and kill me. And even if it was to back up when he was coming, I'd still be out in the open, right? So it was best to just go all the way back, play it extremely safe, because now I'm dead, and my team doesn't have a healer, and now they're all gonna die. Like, by the time I get there, multiple of them die, and I heal the wrong person, and it costs, you know, 2 picks. I get on it, you know, just to stall, see what I could do. Again, I'm gonna die, and they're gonna come back with no healer, and it's pretty much lost at this point. There's really, like, no way we can come back at that. Like, I'm staggered off from my team, and there's, you know, even if they didn't make it back again, I was staggered, so it would have just been the same thing, like history repeating itself. So definitely some big mistakes that game. Again, a lot of healing, but there were some game-costing mistakes there. So, you know, like one of my friends always says, hindsight is 20/20. Looking back at it, you know, I see all the things I could have done perfectly, but, you know, in the heat of the moment, it doesn't really happen, and, you know, that's okay. The important thing is to look back at that stuff and learn from it, so you just become a better player and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was my Seris gameplay. Drogos is a big one you guys have been requesting. I don't know if I talked about this at the beginning of the video or not. Drogos is a big one you guys have been requesting. I will try to get a Drogos replay for you guys. It's just, you know, Drogos has a lot of counters, and I only really pick him if I, like, either get no counters on the enemy team, or if I get, like, one manageable counter. So I don't get to play him as often as I'd like, but hopefully I get a gameplay that's like this, where there is plenty to teach you guys, but there's also a lot of good being done, stuff like that. So, but we'll see if I get that. If I can get that, great. It might take a while, though. We'll see. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye!